So yun, good day class. So we will discuss about the supply chain management. So we have discussed already the total quality management, but I think this should be or so dapat yung mauna doon sa total quality management to understand the flow of the management for producing goods and product. Total management or total quality management, sabi ko nga, it encompasses naman um, lahat ng process for the company, 'di ba? So although kahit sino mauna sa kanila, um, okay lang naman. So 'yun. So what is supply chain? Supply chain is the network of our external supplier, internal processes, and external distributor, and the links connecting them deliver a finished product or service to the customer. So, so in layman's, ang supply chain management or in simple language, supply chain management, um, ito yung flow ng cost ng product before and after it will be offer or deliver to the customer. So lahat ng parties involving sa pag-produce ng product from the beginning until mabigay natin siya sa customer, it is included in the supply chain management or supply chain flow or product. So, ito yung basic na supply chain management. So, ayan. So, mapapansin nyo guys, may process and may output tayo, no? So, yung process natin is um, coming from the raw materials. Then, yung process natin to from manufacturer to ating warehouse, puntang warehouse. Then, yung store. Ayan, so the process will be from here. So manufacturing hanggang mapunta siya sa store and then yung ultimate product natin, ayan, yung mapupunta na sa consumer. So um ayun yung ito yung basic supply chain. So mapapansin nyo dito, may mga parties involved sa ating supply chain. So sa diagram pa lang guys, makikita nyo na agad yung definition ng supply chain na sinasabi sa previous slide. So it is a chain, parang siyang chain or chain of process na from scratch to the satisfaction of the consumer. So the inside or the parties involving to that is the parties involved, the supply chain. So that information flow. So information flow is the process of is the process used to um, produce the goods. So the goods flow, ito yung information na ginagamit to update or to have the status of the goods. So from the raw materials, anong mangyayari sa kanya or saan siya dadalhin? Anong mangyayari sa kanya dito? Sa manufacturers. Then after niya diyan, ano na yung status ng goods na yan? And hanggang sa mapunta na siya until ma-transform siya sa bagong product. So, yung mga elements like goods flow, raw materials, basic finished good, customized product, yung supplier for information flow, supplier, manufacturer, wholesaler, or warehousers and retailers, ma-discuss yan sa slides. So supply chain management entails making decision regarding the structure of supply chain, coordinating the movement of goods and delivery of services. So sharing information between members of the supply chain. So supply management chain, ayun yung how do decision making, planning, or coordinating the parties on the supply chain diagram or the supply chain, paano siya na execute properly from its raw product to the final consumer. So masasabi natin na maganda yung or efficient or effective yung um, management or supply chain management kung yung products natin ay nakaka-satisfy ng ating customers. So from there, 'di ba na-discuss natin yung total quality management um, that that gives us the standards to make our product qualify or has a good quality for selling or for our customers. SCM or supply chain management factor. So it must consider the following trends, improved capabilities and realities. So um so ano ba yung factors na pwedeng natin ma-encounter or pwedeng ma-encounter ng manager in formulating a plan for our supplying chain. So consumer expectation and competition. Power has shifted to um, consumer expectation and competition. So, ayan, 'di ba yung pinaka-outcome natin from the diagram is yung 'di ba, the final product. So, the final feedback na pwede nating ma-receive from producing that product is yung satisfaction ng ating customer. So, one of the factors na pwedeng i-consider in developing our supply chain management is to meet the consumer expectation and the competition of the market. So, competition, gives us creative ways to innovate our product. So, 'di ba kasi kapag may nakikita tayo sa ating ka-competition or kung ka-compete na company, we tend to have a creative ideas na puwedeng makatulong sa atin to, innovate our product and to attract more customers. So, what others? So, globalization, so capitalize on emerging market. So, so applicable siya, kung ikaw ay large scale na, manufacturer or, company because we want also to become an, uh, multinational company. So good, supply chain management, can, potentially give us the globalization or, um, to be included our the in the globalization of emerging markets. So, um, having a good supply chain management um, process gives us doors to be engaged with the other country or other markets such as yung mga multinational markets. So, yun nga, 'pag nag-engage naman tayo sa globalization, our supply chain management extends also its flow, 'di ba? So, manufacturer natin siguro from other countries na, like 'di ba, yun nga, yung katulad sa pag-build ng cellphone, we do not know kung saan siya ina-assemble talaga. So, assembling is part of the supply chain. And kunwari ang Samsung, um, or Samsung, ina-assemble yung kanyang mga parts sa Vietnam. So, yung Vietnam is part of our um, supply chain. So, information technology, e-commerce, internet, EDI scanning data or intranets. So, isa 'to sa mga kailangan nating i-improve because SCM or supply chain management flow with the evolution of technology or with the transformation of technology. Yung digitalization na ng processes ay mahalaga or ano ba, helpful sa mga managers in formulating our supply chain data. So having this information technology also gives efficiency sa ating mga sa atin, sa process natin and sa process ng ating mga parties. So government regulations like trade barriers, ayan. So government regulations kailangan din siya or is a factor of our supply chain management because we are regulated by different na bodies. So, if we want to extend or improve our capabilities or yung ating supply chain management, um, we um, we might face some regulations na um, hindi kaparehas ng ating kunyari for Philippines, 'di ba? Hindi siya kaparehas nung um, regulations for other countries. So environment issue, so waste minimization, so yan. Um, part of the part of the our supply chain management is engaging or engage with the environment. So since most especially kung tayo ay manufacturing sector, um, we are strictly regulated by environmental regulations. So ito, ayan, yung mga issues na yan, kailangan din natin siya i-consider before developing our supply chain. Diba? So kung paano tayo makakatulong sa environment, it should be considered upon extending or developing this factor or these procedures or process. So components of supply chain, ayan. Um, so ito yung basic na or typical supply chain. So we have external supplier, internal functions, and distributor. So for our, di ba, sa ating processes, meron tayong input which is coming from our external supplier. The process, ito yung internal functions, and then yung ating external distributor or ito yung ating papunta sa ating mga end consumer. Actually, yung external distributor is a consumer na rin. It acted lang on behalf of the as an agent for the consumers. So yan. But sila na nagdi-distribute ng product. And that entails na meron na tayong final product. So makita nyo guys, may itang information sa ilalim. So because all of the parties or all of the components has meron siyang information na makakatulong for us in developing our supply chain. Okay, ayan. So ayan. So what are the or who are the external supplier? So external supplier provide the necessary raw materials, services, and components part. So purchase materials and services frequently represent 50% of the cost of goods sold. So suppliers are frequently members of several supply chain, often in different roles. So yan, syempre ito yung unang party natin. Ito yung unang component of our supply chain. And it is very essential to produce the product, 'di ba? Kaya sinabi diyan na 50% or mostly na component ng ating cost of goods sold is coming from our supplier because they provide us the raw materials and services for our product. So, maliban na lang kung kayo ay self-manufacturing din ng iyong supplies, yung external supplier pwede siyang ma-lessen or yung composition ng product coming from suppliers ay mas mababa kung tayo ay nagge-generate ng ating sariling raw materials. So, ayan, yung external supplier, sila yung unang kung hindi tayo self na generated na or generating ng ating raw materials, si supplier or yung external supplier, yung una nating kino-contact to provide us raw materials, services, and components of parts. So, okay, ayan. So, maraming suppliers naman yung kino-consider ng company in formulating their product or building their product. So, syempre they do not stick lang sa isang supplier but to few or several supplier kasi they wanted syempre din ng mga backup, 'di ba? Kung hindi kaya ng capacity ng supplier na yun, they have the backup of other supplier. Ayun. So yan, yung tier 1 supplier directly supplies materials services to the firm that doing business with a final customer. So tier 2 suppliers provide materials or services to tier 1 supplier, and tier 3 providers materials of the tier 2 supplier. Um, so etong mga tier na 'to or yung batch na 'to or group na 'to of supplier, ah, ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo ng backup kanina, 'di ba? So, um, si tier 1, so directly supply materials or services to the firm that doing business with the other that doing business with the final customer. So, ito yung ating principal na supplier. So, si tier 2 at saka si tier 3, ito yung nagsusupply doon sa between among them. Siyempre for 2, siya nagsusupply kay 1, si 3 siya nagsusupply sa 2. So, what if, so ayan, kunwari si supplier, um, yung supplier natin si 1, wala na siyang mabigay sa atin. So, uh, he can or the company can ask for other supplier na pwedeng makatulong sa kanya to provide that raw materials. So yun, the essence of this is to minimize the time lag, or the purpose of having more supplier is to minimize the time that may cause delay kapag nagkulang ng supply sa raw materials. So internal function, ito yung sa gitna or yung process function, or dun sa ating diagram kanina, ito yung information flow. So it vary from different or by industry and firm, but might include, so yung processing, purchasing, production planning and control, quality assurance and shipping. So mapapansin nyo guys, ito ay kontrolado lahat ng company. So yung supplier, kung mauubusan sila, walang control doon si company. Ang control lang doon ni company is to have a plan to have or to sustain the raw materials from other supplier. But this internal function, yung processing, purchasing, production, planning, and control, quality assurance, and shipping, ito ay lahat kontrolado ng company. So, kung magka-delay man sa production ng product, ang may fault nun, is yung internal function, yung internal processing na or yung company. Kasi meron silang control over it. Okay? So lahat yan from processing to shipping, meron silang control dyan. Maliban na lang kung yung instance ay acts of God na or force majeure na yung kanilang, yung reason kung bakit nagkaroon ng delay. Wala na talagang control doon. Si company. So logistics and distribution. So logistics, getting the right material to the right place at the right time in the right quantity. So traffic management, so selection, scheduling, and control of carriers for both incoming and outgoing materials and products. So distribution management, the packaging, storing, and handling of product in transit to the end user. So logistic and distribution is a form or is a process. So it's a process of delivering the material um, either to the process or sa ating processing pa lang sa internal function, or sa ating end user or yung ating customer. So yung kanilang parang motto is to have these materials um, to be right and place at the right time, at the right quantity. Dahil, yun nga, kapag nagkamali sila or kapag nagkaroon ng delay, magkakaroon din ng delay yung other processes preceding by or after them. So, yan. So, yung traffic management, ito yung nag-schedule of and control carriers. Ayan. Kung pipiliin nila kung trucks ba or rail yung gagamitin. So, dito sa Philippines, trucks, 'di ba? So, yung trucks yung very familiar, but sa ibang bansa merong mga rail, mga cargo rail, yung shipping, may airways din. So, yan, for both incoming and outgoing materials and products. So yung distribution management naman is from the warehouse to the end user. So from the storing to handling of products, sila yung or ito yung management team or yung team in charge um, for distribution. So guys, tandaan nyo guys yung motto ng logistics to getting the right material at the right place at the right time at the right quantity. So ito guys yung daily product supply chain. So makikita nyo guys, medyo nasa taas kasi yung external natin, yung product natin. Pero ito yung mauuna. So yung external supplier or yung input natin for the product. So yan, yung mga suppliers natin, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So after we gather the raw materials from the supplier, syempre pupunta na siya dun sa second phase, which is yung internal function that process our product and will eventually flow sa ating warehouse and retail grocery, papuntang retail grocery hanggang makarating siya sa ating end user or yung mga consumers natin. So yan, since yung dairy product natin ay yung packaged, so makikita nyo guys may mga paper mill na yan. Ayan. So ayan, syempre may mga packaging din na ginagawa. Kaya may iba ring ano ba? May ibang suppliers din sila for that specific na product. Unlike kapag yung nakita nyo guys, itong external supplier natin for tier 1. So, tier 1, nakita nyo dito sa gatas or sa dairy farm, wala nang for backup or wala nang ibang panggagalingan yung milk natin, kundi yung yung baka lang or yung cow. So, yung okay, yung dalawa kasi siya, 'di ba? So, ayan, ang ating second ay yung isa nating packaging is yung cardboard. So cardboard, meron siyang tier hanggang tier 3 kasi 'di ba, maraming pinagmulan yung before this product created, merong mga ayan, paper mill, ayan. Bago magawa tong cardboard, may mag-supply sa kanila ng mga paper mill, ayan yung papers, and then yung bago magawa tong paper, syempre, nag-process muna sila ng lumber. So label company, wala siyang tier 1, tier 2 because wala namang ibang panggagalingan. Ito. Okay. Then yung plastic container, ayan, makita nyo guys, may processing siya from chemical extraction plant to hanggang sa magawa yung plastic container. So, ayun yung tier na sinasabi for suppliers coming from the source of that product. Syempre kung ikaw naman yung nagpa-process ng lahat ng 'to, um, sa'yo din 'to, I mean, ikaw din yung kaya nasa kanya 'yan guys, kaya nasa kanya yung process din 'yan because, siguro siya din yung nagpo-process nung cardboard niya, siya din nagpo-process ng milk container niya, plastic container. Pero kung hindi siya nagpo-process niyan, eto, siguro yung sa external supplier ang mahalaga lang diyan is yung dairy farm, cardboard container, and then yung plastic container. Okay, ayan. So vertical integration. So vertical integration, a measure of how much of supply chain is controlled by manufacturer. So backward integration, acquiring control of raw material supplier. So forward integration, acquiring the control of the distribution channel. So yung integration, ito yung vertical integration, it shows that na yung supply chain natin masyadong malawak. So we have to cut the process in either backward or forward integration. So yung backward, ito yung acquiring of control of raw materials. and then yung sa forwarder naman or forward, yung acquiring control of distribution channel. So it is kaya sinabi siyang malaki because or kaya siya pinutol because sobrang malaki or complex na yung ating supply chain management, and it can be cause misunderstanding if it will be controlled only by or managed only by um, small team. Okay? So outsourcing, so entails paying third party to provide raw materials and services rather than making them in-house. So yun, kung hindi ka or kung hindi ka nagse-self-produce ng raw materials mo, we get help from outsource. So ito kunyari, yung mga supplier is our outsource supplier. Yung it is our outsource party, yung mga suppliers, yung raw materials and services other than making them in-house. So for example, yung mga packaging natin, yung mga cardboard natin, gusto natin lagyan ng brand, and sobrang malaki na siyang burden for us, we can outsource that product or that packaging to other parties. So outsourcing is increasing as many firms try to focus their internal operation on what they do best. So yan, although it is a part of cost naman, ginagawa na nila to sa labas para ayun mapag-focus sila sa kung ano yung dapat nilang gawin sa operations. So yun nga, katulad ng packaging of cardboard, yung may mga watermarks, ayan, pwede nila ipagawa sa iba yan para makapag-focus sila on manufacturing their own product, ba? So yan. So insourcing versus outsourcing. So what question needs to be asked before sourcing decision are made? Yan. So ano ba yung before we transfer or um transfer our process to outsource party. Ano ba dapat yung mga dapat nating itanong or consider? So, is the product service technology critical to firm success, or yung pagta-transfer ba nung ganitong process or ganitong product sa outsource na company or business ay critical to firm success? So, critical to firm success in a way that kapag inalis ba natin 'tong process na 'to sa custody natin or kung hindi tayo gagawa nito, mami-meet ba natin yung success na or yung mission or vision ng company? So, is the operation a core competency? So, number one guys, kung yung process na ita-transfer mo outsource is a core competency or yung dapat na ginagawa niyo the best, hindi dapat siya ina-outsource, tama. Since ang mga ina-outsource lang natin yung mga ibang process na kahit wala yun or kahit hindi yun ginagawa ng company, nakakapag-operate pa rin tayo normally or nakakapag-operate pa rin yung company normally. So yung example nga nito guys, na yung mga cardboard, yung mga indirect materials na kailangan lagyan ng label, pwede nilang i-outsource yung paggawa nun sa outside company other than sila yung gagawa. Do you have the capital to provide capacity and keep the process current? So yan. Will outsourcing extend lead times and limit flexibility? Yan. So yung question na yan, dapat yan yung i-consider upon engaging to outsource engagement because um, because kung ito ay or kung ito ay magko-cost lang ng lead, better to have it in-house or have other outsourcing party na makakamit ng deadlines or ng lead time or time ng company. Can other do it for less cost and better quality? Yan. Related to the previous question, kung ito ay hindi kayang sabayan yung lead time ng company, ayan, maghanap na lang ng bago or maghanap din ng mas makakatipid yung company. Purchasing's role in supply chain management. So guys, yung ibang company, for example, yung mga oil company, they have this supply chain management team or process because sobrang malaki yung scope ng oil company and um, they want to deliver the product to the customer as soon as possible and available. So purchasing role has attained increased importance since material cost represents 50 to 60% of total cost of goods sold. So yung purchasing role on supply chain management is very, very, very important because ayun, 'di ba? Unang-una, 50% to 60% of the um 50% ating product is napupunta or pumapasok muna sa ating external supplier. So, yung pagpili nung tamang or yung right na supplier is one of the role ng purchaser or nung ating purchasing management. So, ethics consideration, developing supplier relationship, determining how many supplier and developing partnership. Rules yan lahat ng purchaser. So, hindi rin madali yung role ng purchaser because they are the face or they are representing the company to our supplier. So kung ano yung mga masasabi ng supplier sa ating purchaser, it will reflect or yung purchasing yung magiging liable or accountable or magiging absorber kung may mga complaints in behalf of the company. So industry trend is too much smaller. Industry trend is to a much smaller supplier base. So bakit daw? So yung mga industry trend um because unlike yung mga manufacturing, hindi sila masyadong engaged sa supplier because yung industry, they started from a finished product na, 'di ba? So, yung mga supplier, mas kokonti yung mga industry, mas kokonti yung supplier nila compare sa ating sa mga manufacturers. So, partnering with the supplier. So, involves developing a long-term mutual beneficial relationship. So requires trust to share information, risk opportunities, and investing in compatible technology. Work together to reduce waste and efficiency and develop new products. So agree to share the gains. So partnering with the supplier doesn't mean partnering also with the business. Siguro yung mutual yung relationship for that is to have a smooth communication because si supplier nga, 'di ba, yung mag magiging or magva-vitalize ng ating supply chain management. Tandaan nyo guys, 50 to 60% of our goods is coming from them. So, ayun. Mas mahalaga or parang yun nga, yung ibang company, tinuturing to na parang asawa na ng company because kailangan nila ito for their production. So yan, required trust to share information, risk, opportunities, and investing in compatible technology. So yan. So work together to reduce waste and efficiency and develop new products. So yung develop new products, siguro ito yung mga compacted or yung mga for example, matagal na kayong supplier and you might share information na pwedeng makatulong from the supplier and pwede rin makatulong sa inyo. So by that way, nakakatulong nagiging two-way contribution yung inyong partnership. So agree to share gains. Ayan. Ayan nga yun yung sa pag nakaka-produce kayo ng bagong product na beneficial to both of you. So supplier relationship and JIT or just in time. So use single source supplier when possible. Ayan. So use single source supplier when possible. Ito yung relating to dun sa last slide. Ito yung kapag mutual na yung relationship nyo between the supplier nyo or yung partnership nyo with the supplier. Maganda din na may isang single supplier kung ito ay mutually or agree kayo mutually. So walang walang barrier between of you, 'di ba? Between two of you to execute your jobs. So yan. But Ideal ba yung pagkakaroon lang ng single supplier? Um, Siguro, for a big firm or a big company na maraming kailangan for their product, siguro mas maganda yung mas marami silang supplier na siyempre i-me-maintain and aalagaan para ma-supplyan din yung iba nilang goods na kailangan. Yan, build long-term relationships, so alam niyo na yan. Work together to certify processes, ayan. So, ayun, yung JIT or just in time, so kailangan din yan um, together with the supplier because sila yung mag-supply sa atin ng goods just in time. So, um, kapag nagkaroon ng delay, magkakaroon din tayo ng delay. So, co-locate facilities to reduce transport if possible. So, ito yung yung loading and unloading of those products from supplier. So, pwedeng ibahin yung facilities to reduce the transportation time if possible. So, stabilize delivery schedule, ayan, sa ating supplier. Share cost and other information, ayan. So, ito ay part of the mutual beneficial um, ng ating supplier. So, early involvement during new product design. So, yung itong last part, ito yung isa sa benefits of having a parang stick to one supplier kasi nagkakaroon tayo ng involvement kung sila ay magkakaroon ng bagong products or designs. So, ayan. So, what are the rules of the warehouses? So, general rule, use for long-term storage of goods. So, distribution warehouses, ayan. Transportation consolidation, product mixing and blending, improve services. So, yung distribution warehouse, ang purpose nila is yun nga, transportation or consolidation, consolidate long-term logistics into timely logistic deliveries. Yung product mixing and blending, group multiple items for various suppliers. So, improve services. So, ito yung mga goals nila. So, reduce the response time and allow for last-minute customization. So, information flow in the system. So, papansin nyo guys yung to obtain the information, from this diagram, we need to review kung saan nanggagaling yung ating or kung saan nanggagaling yung goods or yung product. So, retailers demand information only flows to local distributor. So, yung customer, pwede lang sila makakuha ng information doon sa retailer, syempre. Sa retailer, makakakuha lang sila ng information of the product sa kanilang regional distributor. And then yung regional distributor sa manufacturer. So, ayan yung information flow regarding to supply chain. So, makikita nyo guys kung pabalik yung ating pagkuha ng information, nagiging limited lang to the extent kung saan tayo nag-stop or saan natin na-acquire. Unlike kapag pabalik or from manufacturer to consumer, alam niya lahat, 'di ba? So, ayun yung pinagkaiba, ayun yung sa information flow in supply. Mas limited kapag pabalik yung from customer to manufacturer compared to manufacturer sa papuntang customer. So, ayan, supply chain partners can benefit by sharing information on sales, demand forecast, inventory levels, and marketing campaigns. So, inaccurate or distorted information may lead to bullwhip effect. So, 'di ba, ito yung sa supplier natin. So, one of the key to have a relationship or good relationship sa ating mga supplier is na form of information sharing. So, sharing information, ayan, tulad niyan, can give smooth relationship to our supplier And inaccurate or distorted information may lead to bullwhip bullwhip effect. So ano ba yung bullwhip effect na to? So if information isn't shared, everyone has to guess what's going on downstream or sa ating counterpart or sa ating third party. So for example, kayo na supplier, kapag hindi ka nag-share or if you do not share information, relevant information with your company, pwedeng magkulang yung ating supplies or ating raw materials na sinusupply from supplier because hindi tayo nag-share ng information. For example, yung kailangan natin ng 20,000 na supplies pero um, hindi natin yung sinasabi sa supplier in advance. So, yung mangyayari, yung pinaka-least na mangyayari, magkakaroon kayo ng misunderstanding and might have shortage of your supplies. So, guessing wrong leads or too much or too little inventory. Ayan, leads to too much or too little inventory. If too much, firm holds off buying more until inventories fall. If too little, firms demand a rush order or order more than usual to avoid being caught short in the future. So short circuit the bullwhip. So make information transparent. So use EDI or electronic data interchange to support just-in-time supplier replenishment. Use barcodes and electronic scanning to capture and share point of sale data. So make information transparent. So may dalawang, ito yung sinuggest na tool. So EDI, electronic data interchange, or to support just-in-time supplier. So yung EDI is is a system that is used to monitor the supplies or na magti-trigger sa supplier na mag-deliver ng supplies. So for example yung mga yung mga retail stores, 'di ba, minsan may mga merchandiser sila. Yun yung mga manual na EDI, yung electronic data interchange. Sila yung mga manual na EDI, yung mga merchandiser kasi sila kino-communicate nila sa ating mga purchaser kung ano yung mga kulang or kung ano yung mga kung ano yung count nung product na yun or nung item na yun. So from that, si purchaser, order siya sa ating supplier. But yung EDI, it is a systematic. So, yun, kapag may mga barcode na yun, yung barcode na yun, syempre, meron na yun control between the company and the supplier. Kapag lumabas yun sa store, malalaman na yun ng supplier. Yun yung purpose ng EDI. So mayroong silang system between them na magti-trigger kung kailan or kailan mag-deliver yung supplier. So bullet number 2, eliminate wholesale price promotion and quantity discount. So the most common method of using computer-to-computer links to exchange data between supply in the standardized. Ayan yung EDI pala, sorry. So benefits include quick transfer of information, reduced paperwork and administration, so improved data accuracy and tracking capability. So yan, yung example natin kanina yung mga barcodes, 'di ba? Kapag lumabas yun sa store, syempre mare-record na nawala yun sa, for example, sa SM. Tapos sa SM, meron siyang EDI or system, computer-to-computer link na maki-trigger naman sa kanilang supplier. For example, yung Nestle, mayroon silang system na transparent between them na kapag, for example, yung stocks ni SM bumaba na, magi-deliver na si Nestle. So integrated supply chain management. So implementing integrated SCM requires analyzing the whole supply chain, starting by integrating internal function first, integrating external and true partnership. So possible supply chain objective. So ano ba yung mga objective natin so for supply chain. So reduce cost and then improve quality. Syempre, ayan naman yung goal ng company. to improve the quality. So reduce lead time and inventory, reduce time to market, and increase sale, improve demand data or forecasting. So yan guys, ay lang naman yung basic na objective ng company why they are engaging their business into supply chain management. But there are other, syempre may mga other din, it will depend on the company if kung ano ba yung magiging purpose ng supply chain management sa kanilang business. So itong mga functions na to, so mahalaga yung supply chain management, syempre lalong-lalo na kapag engaged into a manufacturing sector or manufacturing company because it will um, or simple mistakes can make the whole process delay. So, ayun yung iniiwasan kapag manufacturing since they are the one who produce their products. So, yan. So, that is our last slide for this session. So if you have questions, guys, regarding to our session for today, please don't hesitate to message or reach out to our Neo LMS or message me at Messenger. So thank you guys for listening for this session and keep safe.